hot as Hades out there. Must be 100 degrees. I need me cold hands. Ah, that feels good. Woo, woo. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Cameraman, I didn't see you standing there. What do you want? Oh yeah, that's right. That again, huh? The vehicle. You want me to find you a vehicle that you can film out of while we're at Portland Vintage Motorbike Show. Alright, well, I guess I can look around and find something. There's got to be something around here. So you want a vehicle that you could sit in the back of and film out of while we're riding around Portland on them vintage mini bikes and stuff. Okay. So you don't have to sit and ride on a mini bike, holding the camera with one hand, holding the handlebar with another hand, and then, you know, trying to film and drive at the same time, right? Because that's not safe. All right, so where are we gonna find a vehicle that you could sit in the back of while somebody else drives, and you can film us riding around Portland, Indiana on vintage mini bikes? What's that, Mr. Cameraman? What do you... Oh! What about this, huh? You think this'll do? Well, I guess it would. You could sit in the back, somebody could drive, and you could film, and maybe we could put a seat back there with a swivel on it, and you can kind of sit back here and turn around and film from all over, and we can get slippers or somebody to drive it. Yeah, I think this will do. Yeah. I don't think I can get this going for too much trouble. Look at this thing. Alright, let me tell you a little bit about this. I got this a year or two ago from some guy cleaning out his barn. I paid $100 for it. He said it was a Cushman. And I got there and I said, this ain't no Cushman. You know what it is? It's a Jacobsen. Looky there. And it's from the city of Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is some kind of utility vehicle they must have used. So looking at it, you know, it looks kind of rough, but I think I can get it, you know, going. We don't have to make it all perfect because we got a deadline. Portland's coming up at the end of July, and it's like the middle of June right now. So as you can tell, this thing ain't got no engine on it. The motor's gone. And the guy I got it from said it had a crawler on it. Big single-cylinder cast iron crawler. So I got to find that. And the way this thing worked is, you got a brake pedal here, and this pedal is the go pedal. And what it would do is you'd step on this pedal, and you know, you'd put it in gear. You'd step on that pedal and it'd make the belts get tight, and then it would start driving, like a lawnmower. And then it had a throttle on it like a lawnmower. So you throttle it up, put it in gear, step on the pedal, and then the belts would get tight. So here, let me take this off. I think this is loose. This little control panel here. This should lift off. Yep. See, it has a solenoid in there and some switches. This must have been a start button. Crank it over. So yeah, you'd step on this pedal, and then this would come up, this pulley, make these belts tight, and then it would take off. But you know what I'm thinking? If I find me a crawler engine I could put on there, maybe I can find some kind of belt clutch I could put on there, like a centrifugal belt clutch. And that way I could take this go pedal here and turn it into a gas pedal. So that would, you know, give it gas, and the centrifugal belt clutch would engage, and then it would start spinning. And I could just put it in whatever gear I want and go. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Then I can put a seat on here. Probably a seat from like a lawn tractor. I could just bolt onto there. Then I got to put a gas tank. Gas tank was probably under here somewhere. And a battery. I'm sure the battery went under there because here's some battery cables. So I'm going to have to do all that. But first thing I need to do, I got to find me a crawler engine, a cast iron crawler. And you know what? I think I know where I can find one. There's a local guy here, Taryl. You might have seen him in a couple of videos we did. He's into old tractors and stuff. I bet you I can call him up and he could probably find me a 16 horse crawler K-series motor that'll bolt right in there. So, that's what we're gonna do. This thing got a dump bed on it. You can dump it. Then we gotta get the brakes to work. Got this little lift gate. Have it like that, or you can put it on the ground and maybe drive a mini bike up in there in case we find one at Portland we want to buy and haul it back. So yeah, this will work good for you, Mr. Cameraman. We'll set it up for you, but the only thing is, time is our enemy. We got to fight the time. We got to make sure we can get this thing up and running by the end of July when we go to Portland. So you know what? Let's just try to find an engine first, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I got a hold of Taryl, and sure enough, he come through. He found me a 16 horse crawler that was on an old Simplicity tractor that they were junking. And you know what? Just like the Jacobsen out there that we're using, I paid very little money for this. 50 bucks. That's right. I stole this motor. $50. That's all he wanted for it. Probably because, you know, I mentioned his name in the YouTube video. But here it is. Got to get it running. So I'll do some stuff to this. We're going to have to put a custom exhaust on it. You know, custom muffin. And I'll do my fuel pump trick to it. You know, I'll eliminate this old mechanical one because it's probably no good. This thing's pretty old. Came off Simple City. And another thing, there's a guy who makes a, it's called a Transdenser or a Transdenser. And it's like a transistorized condenser. And what it does is it lowers the amperage to the points. I think there's like 2 amps that go to the points. And he lowers it to like milliamps. So the points last forever. So I think I'm going to go on his website and buy one of them Transdensers and stick it on here. So we'll show you all that as we're doing the build on this. So I got the motor. So now I need to find me a centrifugal belt clutch that's got 2 pulleys on it so we can run double belts. Because that's what that thing uses out there. It's got double belts. We don't want to put 1 belt on there. We want to put 2, makes it stronger. Actually, the pulley on there has got for 3 belts. But I don't think I can find a clutch with 3, but I'll look. I know I can find one for 2, but we'll look for 3. So now I gotta get me clutch, and then we'll start putting this thing together. Okay, I went to my favorite website. You know what that is, eBay, which stands for everybody looking for stuff, we have it here. That's what eBay stands for. And guess what I found on eBay? Well, I had to buy it. I didn't find it, but I found it to buy it. Found me a double pulley centrifugal clutch, 1-inch diameter that I'm going to put on that there crawler. So this ought to work to power it, I hope. For your sake, Mr. Cameraman, I hope this works. So we're going to put that on. So now we got the motor, we got the clutch. And another thing, we got to make sure we get them brakes to work too. But at least we can get started so I can put the motor and the clutch on. Is that making you happy, Mr. Cameraman? I'm getting a little progress here.